With this season of giving upon us, CBS's Steve Hartman goes on the road for a story about a man who lived a simple life but gave more than anyone could have imagined.
Here at Teachers Treasures, a free store for educators who need school supplies, Executive Director Margaret Sheehan is still stunned at her good fortune.
It was an act of amazing kindness.
After someone called to offer her nonprofit more than $1 million.
To which I responded, I need to sit down.
And it wasn't just her. For the past 2 years, across the city of Indianapolis, dozens of other nonprofits have gotten the same call.
The first thing he said is, what would you do with $1 million?
We hovered above our own bodies, thinking like, is this real?
The man making the calls was attorney Dwayne Isaacs, and he says just about everyone had that same reaction.
Okay.
Some wouldn't even hear him out.
Probably 3 or 4 different entities that lost out because they just didn't take my call.
Lost out on $1 million.
Yeah.
It was that unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And you still haven't heard the most unbelievable part. The money isn't his. He's just the executor. The money belonged to a guy named Terry Kahn. Terry worked 30 years for the Veterans Administration. He had no immediate family, and most importantly,
he just was unbelievably frugal.
Terry lived in this modest house in South Indianapolis, drove an old Honda, and refused to carry a cell phone because he said they cost too much. Even when he died back in 2021, he wanted no announcement, because who would spend good money on an obituary? The man was pennywise, but pound generous.
Everything was directed to charity. But Terry didn't specify what charity, so Dwayne called around to see who wanted it. And in the end, about a dozen nonprofits took his call and got a share of the $13 million estate.
So yeah, it's crazy.
Including $1.5 million for Teachers Treasures, roughly double their annual budget.
Forever changed because of his choice of how he lived.
He's smiling someplace, there's no doubt about it. He would be getting a kick out of this.
Yes.
If only because he just got a glowing obituary on CBS News. And it didn't cost him a dime. Steve Hartman, on the road in Indianapolis.